Good morning, students. In the last class, we have completed the lesson The Pride Telangana, the Pride of India. So, today I think you have remembered the story of that lesson and we have completed the grammar and vocabulary part of that lesson also. And today we are moving to the new lesson and it is a poem from B Reading, and the name of the lesson is In the Bazaars of Hyderabad. So we will see the poem. In the Bazaars of Hyderabad. What do you sell, O ye merchants? Richly your wares are displayed, turbans of crimson and silver, tunics of purple brocade, mirror with panels of umber, daggers with handles of jade. What do you weigh, O ye vendors, saffron and lentil and rice? What do you grind, O ye maidens, sandalwood, henna and spice? What do you call, O ye peddlers, chessmen and ivory dice? What do you make, O ye goldsmiths, wristlets and anklets and ring? Bells for the feet of blue pigeons, frail as a dragonfly's wing, girdles of gold for dancers, scabbards of gold for the king. What do you cry, O ye fruitmen? Citron, pomegranate, and plum. What do you play, O ye magicians? Spells of aeon to come. What do you wave, O ye flower girls, with tassels of azure and red, crowns for the brown of a bridegroom, chaplets to garland his bed, sheets of white blossoms, new garland to perfume the sleep of the dead? So, here in this lesson, it is explaining about the bazaars of Hyderabad, and this poem is written by Sarojini Naidu. So, first, what they are speaking about merchants. What do you sell, O ye merchants? O ye means a meaning you used in the past, especially to address more than one person. So, to address more than one person in the past, especially in the past, they use O ye. So, what they are saying, what do you sell means what do you sell, O ye merchants? So they are asking what you will sell. Richly your wares are displayed. Wares means goods that someone sells in a market or the street. So richly your wares are displayed. Wares means I told you goods that someone sells in a market or on the street. So turbans of crimson and silver. Turbans means a round cloth which is very much lengthy, means normally people like Punjabis and Muslims will wear around their head. Generally, we call it as pagda or pagdi. So that one, so that is called turbans. So or that is in crimson means red color and in silver color. So and also the tunics of purple brocade. Tunics means a long length uh, dress or shirt, means in olden days people used to wear it, looks like a gown. So that one is called tunic. Tunic of purple Brocade means expensive thick cloth with a pattern woven into it. So it is a thick cloth with a pattern woven into it, means it is a designed patterned thick cloth. So that tunic means that long length gown is made by that thick cloth which has a pattern woven design. Okay. Mirrors with panels of umber. Umber means a hard yellow brown substance used for making jewelry. So that umber is used. What? Mirrors with panels of umber means we will have a frame around the mirror, isn't it? So that frame is made of umber. And daggers with handles of jade. Dagger means it is like a knife or a sword. So it is with the handles of jade. Jade means a precious stone used for making jewelry and art objects. So that knife has a handle made of jade. So what all the things they see in near the merchants is, one is turbans. Turbans means I told you which people wear around their head, mainly Punjabis and Muslims. I told you, isn't it? So that is called turbans. And tunics is a long length. It top. It looks like a gown. So that one. And also the mirrors with frame of made with umber. And daggers means I told you it is a knife. So knives with the handles of jade, made of jade. And see the next stanza. What do you weigh, O ye vendors? Vendor means someone who sells something. So saffron and lentil and rice. So what those vendors will weigh is, they weigh saffron. Lentil means it is a pulse, it is a high protein pulse. And also rice. So they weigh saffron, lentil and rice. And what do you grind, O ye maidens? So what do they grind? They grind sandalwood, henna and spice. You know what is sandalwood, isn't it? And henna and spices. And what do you call, O ye peddlers? Peddler means someone who goes from one place to another selling things. So what he will be calling means, what do you call, O ye peddlers? Peddlers means one who move from one place to another selling things, isn't it? So that is chessmen and ivory dice. Chessmen and ivory means the yellowish white bone that an elephant's tusk is made of. So what he will be selling? Chessmen and ivory dice. Dice means when you play snakes and ladders, you will be throwing a die, isn't it? One small white color cubic thing, that is called a die. What do you make, O ye goldsmith? Goldsmith means, I think you know who is a goldsmith, who makes gold ornaments, wristlets and anklets and ring. So what that goldsmith is doing, he makes wristlets means bracelets, and anklets means you say payal, isn't it? That one. And ring means you know that. So that goldsmith will be making wristlets, anklets and ring. Bells for the feet of blue pigeons. And also he will make bells for the feet of blue pigeons. So frail as a Dragonfly's wing. Frail means thin and delicate. So delicate means those bells are how much thin and delicate, means it is like a dragonfly's wing. So like that much thin and delicate the bells for the feet of blue pigeons. Griddles of gold for dancers. Griddles means a belt or a ornament, means a round uh, ornament which is made of gold, or it just looks like a belt. So griddle of gold for dancers. So that griddle means it is just like a belt or a chain which is tied around the waist. Okay, so and also uh, scab scabbards of gold for the king. Scabbards means a cover for the blade of a sword or dagger. So what he will do, I told you what is a dagger, means it is a knife or a sword. So for that they'll be making covers means to cover, normally we cover a knife, isn't it? So even for the squads also there is a cover, means they'll be inserting the knife in that cover, so that is called a scabbard. So scabbards of gold, so that cover is made of gold for the king. And also the griddles for the dancers. Griddles are also made of gold for the dancers. So this goldsmith, what all the things he'll be doing? He'll be doing the wristlets, anklets, rings, and also bells for the feet of blue pigeons, and also the griddles of gold for dancers and scabbards of gold for the king. So this is the work done by goldsmith. And what do you cry, O ye fruitmen? So what do a fruitman say? He normally how he will be selling, we all know. So citron, pomegranate and plum. What do you play, O ye magicians? Spells for aeons to come. Means a fruitman will be shouting that citron, pomegranate and plum, whereas a magician means who does magic, isn't it? So he'll be waiting spells for aeons to come. Aeon means an extremely long period of time. What do you weave, O ye flower girls, with tassels of azure and red, crowns for the brow of a bridegroom, chaplets to garland his bed, sheets of white blossoms new garnered to perfume the sleep of the dead. So here what do you weave, O ye flower girls? Means with tassels means a group of strings tied together at one end and fastened to clothing or objects for decoration. Normally we see some, means for curtains we'll be seeing a bunch of threads tied together and hanging for like a decoration. So that is called a tassel. So tassels of azure means bright blue color. So azure means it is in blue and red color, and crowns for the brow of a bridegroom. Means normally bridegroom means uh, male person who we call him, you'll be calling doula, isn't it? So for that person, crown, they'll be wearing a crown, isn't it? So crowns for the brow of a bridegroom, and chaplets to garland his bed. Chaplet means a circle of flowers and leaves that you wear on your head. Normally they'll be wearing on their head, isn't it? So that is called a chaplet to garland his bed. Sheets of white blossoms, new garnered to perfume the sleep of the dead. So garnered means collect. So sheets of white blossoms were collected and to perfume the smell of the death. So Sarojini Naidu is explaining the bazaars of Hyderabad, which in if you observe this poem, it is having all the things about, she explained about merchants, about vendors, and about maidens, peddlers, goldsmiths, uh, and about dancers, kings, isn't it? And about fruit men, flower girls. So she has explained about all the people and the things which are sold in the bazaars, isn't it? And what did you understand from this poem? Yes, in the bazaars of Hyderabad, one can find all the things, isn't it? So, the main aim of the poet is to explain that we can find all the things in the bazaars of Hyderabad. The merchants sell crimson and silver colored turbans, tunics of purple brocade, umber panelled mirrors, and jade handled daggers. The vendors weigh saffron, lentil, and rice, and the maidens grind sandalwood, henna, and spice. The peddlers sell chessmen and ivory dice. The goldsmiths make wristlets, anklets, and rings, bells for the feet of blue pigeons, gold girdles for dancers, and gold scabbards for the king. The fruitmen sell citron, pomegranate, and plum. The magicians play their magic for a long, long period. The flower girls make bright blue colored tassels, crowns for the brow of a bridegroom, chaplets to garland his bed, and new garnered sheets of white to perfume the death. So she is saying, the poet is saying that we can find all the things in the bazaars of Hyderabad, like from all things you see, from minimum necessities, food, fruits, gold, all the things, even the things which is required for the marriage, and also for the things which are used after the death. Means see here, like new garners sheets of white to perfume the death. So from for all the things you can find, for all the occasions you will find all the things in the bazaars of Hyderabad. So that is her opinion, to say that all things are available in the bazaars of Hyderabad, isn't it? So I think you have understood this lesson, and there are some hard words. First one is bazaar, second is Hyderabad, third merchants, four turbans, five crimson, six tunics, seven brocade, eight umber, nine daggers, 10 jade, 11 vendors, 12 saffron, 13 lentil, 14 maiden, 15 sandalwood, 16 peddlers, 17 goldsmith, 18 wristlets, 19 anklets, 20 pigeons, 21 dragonfly, 22 scabbards, 23 pomegranate, 24 magician, 25 tassels, 26 bridegroom, 27 blossoms, 28 perfume. And there are some meanings. Oye means a meaning you used in the past, especially to address more than one person. Wares, goods that someone sells in a market or on the street. Brocade, expensive thick cloth with a pattern woven into it. Amber, a hard yellow brown substance used for making jewelry. Jade, a precious stone used for making jewelry and art objects. Vendor, someone who sells something. Peddler, someone who goes from one place to another selling things. 8. Ivory, the yellowish white bone that an elephant's tusk is made of. Dice, a small block with 6 sides marked with spots. 10. Frail, thin and delicate. Scabbards, a cover for the blade of a sword or dagger. Aeon, an extremely long period of time. Tassels, a group of strings tied together at one end and fastened to clothing or objects for decoration. Azure, bright blue. Chaplets, a circle of flowers and leaves that you wear on your head. And the project work is collect the information about any 5 tourist places in Telangana. You may include the following details for each place: name of the tourist place, distance from your place, how to reach there for your place, important details like when to go there, things to see, accommodation, etc. Have you ever visited? If so, give details, your opinion about the place. So they are asking us to collect the information about any 5 tourist places in Telangana, and they have asked to give the minimum information like name of the tourist place and distance from your place and how to reach there and important details, and if you have visited it and your opinion about it. Okay, and home assignment is write hard words and meanings in your notebooks. Students, I have given you hard words and meanings separately. I want you to write them neatly without any spelling mistakes and learn the spellings of the hard words and also learn the meanings. And another homework is you have to collect, means you have to write the information about any 5 tourist places in Telangana. That is your homework, and also you have to write hard words and meanings also. Okay students, we'll be continuing the remaining part of the lesson in the next session. Thank you. Have a good day.